Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Married at First Sight, Season 10, Episode 8 and 9. Y'all, oh my God. I'm sorry. That's a lot. I'm so sorry. My school trying to fuck with me. Trying to talk about my major don't apply for my financial aid. Baby, this what we not gonna do, okay? So, I ain't been in school for 7 weeks to anyway, I'm sorry. Hello. Hello, I'm Camera. I know you're like, who is this woman on my television? I haven't seen her in like 14 years. Well, hello, my name's Camera. Please call me Brio. I'm here, or just, you can call me Camera, but don't call me Cam. I don't like all that. I'm here. I watched 14 hours of Married at First Sight. 14 hours. I felt every piece of that 14 hours that I just watched. By Monday, I should be all caught up. You know, I ain't got no wood to knock on, but I'm going to knock on some drywall. We see Taylor. She goes out with her friends. This is episode 8. We see Taylor. She goes out with her friends to tell her friends everything that Brandon did. Yes, we know. Brandon's a horrible person. It's just a remix of everything. She says that she understands why the experts matched her. So, you know, she's going to just let it go. Okay? She's going to let it go. Then we see Austin. He cooked dinner for Jessica. She appreciates it because she did want a teammate and a partner. And he does want to help her so it doesn't feel like she's doing everything in the relationship. I guess because since she makes more, he needs to be there in other ways. So, you know, she don't feel like she just the only person doing this. Anyway, we see Katie. Katie is nervous. Oh my God. Can I say something? I don't know, but for these 2 episodes, I don't like Katie. Okay, I'm not a fan of Katie in general, but I don't like Katie. Okay, I don't understand. This is the definition of beating a dead horse. Okay. Or what did Peter say? Feeding a fed horse. That makes no sense. Anyway, she's nervous that she may have thrown someone away who loves her to be with someone who won't love her. She goes to sit down with her mother. She talks about how he talks about his bathroom breaks and she doesn't want him to get too comfortable. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, I don't know, because, you know, I guess me and the person I live with, we've been together for a minute. So, you know, I guess. But, bro, you know, you got to get comfortable with this man if y'all gonna make it in life. So, you know, I mean, it's been a time where, you know, my husband has said something. I was like, why would you? I don't want to know that. But, you know, at the same time, I be saying stuff too. So, you know. Anyway, she doesn't want him to get too comfortable so she can still be physically attracted to him. Then we see Derek. He meets his father. He says that he thought the feelings would be on a deeper level, but it seems that they've reached a plateau. He says that we like each other, but there's no substance. And, you know, he says that, you know, in the 12 days that he's been married to her, he can't say that he loves her. In the 12 days that he's been married to her. That's great. You know, because you really should love someone, especially if you've never met them before, by day 3. Like, come on. He says that he can't say that he loves her. His father says that you have to commit and let her know that she's a priority. You know, Derek, I guess, is talking about this explosion of love that he's going to feel in his heart. My chest. You know, I love her so much. And the father is like, that's not really how love is. You know, I done had some successful relationships. I done had some not so successful relationships, and that's not what love is. You know, you just need to make sure that y'all know each other's love language, how you want to receive love, how she wants to receive love. Derek says that he just wants to feel happy every day, and he does not know what Katie needs for her to feel like they would make it work. Then Katie is curious that in the 8 weeks that they're together, he won't say that he loves her. And, you know, her mother's like, well, it's not a lot out there. And she's like, that's negative energy and I don't want it. Don't come at me like that. That's number one. Because if I was her mother, I would have said, pause. Okay? Ain't no... But I'm about to walk right on up out of here. Who are you talking to like that? Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you didn't cut your mom off and let her finish, she said, I don't want your expectations to be so high that if someone doesn't match every little thing that you want on your list, or if they have the qualities that you do want and they don't have the qualities that you don't want, that you say, well, I don't want to be with him because he ain't going to say he loved me in 8 weeks. Girl, who gives a damn? She going to say, well, you know, you had to rush into things because you was pregnant or expecting a child or whatever. But, you know, I'm going to just hop on up out of there. First of all, don't read your mama like that on national television. I did not approve of that. I don't like lip biting Katie. Okay, I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I just don't like lip biting Katie, because it's certain things that she says about Derek. Like, okay, yes, we get it. You don't feel like he can say he loves you in 8 weeks. I mean, did anybody? Of course, people. Jamie and Elizabeth said. Jamie said he loved her. What? When? On the honeymoon? And look at their relationship. Well, not currently. I don't know the status of their relationship currently, but I'm saying, look how their relationship was. Come on. Come on. Okay? But you wasn't... Okay. It's not. This is just a joke. You wasn't worried about love when y'all was laying all up in that bed doing it. It's a joke, okay? I'm all for people doing it if they want to do it, okay? She says that she would know in 8 weeks if she's falling in love with someone or not. And she needs to know if he's in or out, okay? What she say, shit or get off the pot? First of all, don't talk to me like that. That's number one. Number two, ma'am, So what do you want? Do you want this man to like be like, ooh, baby, I love you? Like, what do you want him to do? Like, you want him to just say, I love you, and then he don't? Or like, you want him to like, do you want him to actually build up feelings for you and love you and actually mean it? Or do you just want him to say, okay, this is what she wants from me, so I'm gonna tell her I love her? I think they stayed together. And okay, so we see the ladies and the gentlemen, minus Brandon, they go out. Mika says that it's been good for them. They sleep in the same bed. They've come a long way, but they still have a long way to go. Michael says that he's mindful now of what he says, and that's been very helpful to their relationship. Mindy says that Zach has yet to move in, and she's trying. You know, she's waking up being married to him. I mean, I guess that's kind of hard when the man's not even in the house. So I probably would have woke up with another man in the bed, but, you know, I'm just playing. Mindy hearing Mika talk makes her feel like there's hope for her relationship with Zach. No. Zach starts to talk and Austin was just like, yep. Wait, what'd you say? Yeah. Because he just was saying something. I don't know what he said. Derek says that, you know, you need to move in so you can know her, and you're not really knowing her because you're not moving in. So, you know, that's a little weird that you're not moving in so you can know her, but you're saying that you don't know her and you don't have this attraction to her. But how can you build an attraction to someone when you're not around them? So it's like, what, you just gonna wake up out of a cold sweat? Mindy. Oh, Mindy, I love you. Like, what? What are we doing? Derek and Katie talk about their point, you know, about hitting a plateau. Mindy says that sometimes Katie doesn't seem like she's all the way interested in Derek, and I think that's what gets on my nerves, because Derek does not seem like he has, well, you know, we only in week 8 and 9, but Derek does not, damn, this been on for 9 weeks. Derek don't really like strike me as a man who's having like really deep-seated issues, like deep-set issues. Girl, you could have got matched with a Zach. Zach. You could have got matched with a Michael. You could have got matched with a Luke. You could have got matched with a Brandon, but you didn't. You got matched with somebody who actually like is doing stuff for you and likes you, and you're talking about, he don't need to tell me about his bathroom breaks because that make me feel like it's gross. Girl, shut up. Shut all the way up. Okay. Jessica says that, you know, they're doing fine. The finances doesn't bother her as long as he has the drive, and it seems like he does. Brandon finally shows up, and, you know, he talks, he says that it's not like him to act like that. And, you know, he says that the conversation with Pastor Cal was a little bit of an ambush, but he's moved into the spare bedroom and things may be on the up and up. He was wrong. Taylor says that since he asked for a reset, that's what she's going to do, but she's been honest about the things that she needs from him, aka change, okay? We see Mika and Michael, they in the store buying spices for seems like 14 hours. Everyone decides to have a house, well, they're told to have a housewarming party. Michael said he works out 6 days a week. I was right with that man who said, what you be doing? Well, I do yoga 3 days a week. Cut it. Sir, you don't, that body don't look like nobody been working out. You know whose body look like they work out 6 days a week? That Taylor's friend. Kofi, that wasn't his name, Kofifi. That man that had on that tropical shirt, he looked like he worked out 6 days a week. So I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Michael. And I don't know if you're a storyteller, but that might have been a story that you've told. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Before they have the housewarming party, she's like, bro, why haven't you put on your ring? He says, because I felt like I failed and, you know, it was overwhelming. And she says, well, every time things get hard, you can't just like not put on your ring. And he's like, I understand. And so from this day forward, I'll wear my ring. They have a great housewarming party. He goes to, first of all, I know if the camera crew was not in that bedroom, you and my mama can't go in no bedroom alone, okay? I'm not saying I don't trust my mama, but I don't trust you, okay? So that's all I'm gonna say. And my mama, Mika's mama is, you know, she look okay. So I'm trying to say, please stop. Just stop. Anyway, he asks, what's her name? Tamika? He asks, that's Mika's mother's name, Tamika. You know, what do I need to like know about her? She says, just be patient. You know, pick your battles and something else that she said. And that I've embraced you and called you my son-in-law. And I feel like you have a good heart. I know that Mika has a good heart. I didn't know that Mika had braces. But I could tell that she has braces. I want some braces. Yeah. So we see Mindy and Zach. They decide to meet up. Mindy says she was surprised when he didn't move in. I don't know where that came from. Because that doesn't seem like it goes with what's going on. Zach says something about friends, and Mindy is like, but we're married, and he's like, well, we still have to start, well, we have to start somewhere. And oh, they were sitting in in like the park or on the bench talking, and he says, well, we have to start somewhere, and I'm still in this. And she says, so what are the next steps? And he says, hanging out. And, you know, now he's wearing his ring and he doesn't want her to be committed alone, but he still hasn't moved in. So it's like, are you just saying this to say this, or do you really mean this? So they meet up with their friends at a bar. He still hasn't moved in. Her friends was reading the fuck out of him. Her friend said, bro, how you like the apartment that you didn't move into? He said he has intentions of going, but he didn't say he has intentions of moving in. He says that he wants to have more of a presence and create space. And the friend is like, well, there's a second bedroom. You can create space there. Her friends don't trust him. You know, her friends think that he's faking it. And he's trying to act like, you know, he's so about it when friends are around, but in private he's an asshole. So Mindy and her friends go back to the shared apartment. Mindy says she invited Zach over. Her friends is like, ugh, not this man. He comes in, they like, so you gonna move in? And then Mindy is like, hey, don't grill him. You know, I just want us to have a fun time. Zach says that he's still committed. So, he committed, y'all. You know he committed. Jessica and Austin have their party. It was very simple. They have their party. They have an instant connection with one another. Everybody like everybody. Great. They the only couple. I mean, I guess, I think two couples are going to stay together. I'm sure you can figure out who those are. But they the only couple that's really just like, I guess you do need to have one couple. Because last season was Deanna and Greg. The season before it was Keith and Christine. People who actually are going to, like, you know, like, I know y'all want to create drama and everything. But at least, like, make it seem real by having one or two couples. Since y'all keep raising up how many couples you have. Next season is probably going to be 6. You know, at least make it seem like you're a show about people finding love, you know, by having one or two couples actually stay married. So, you know, they hit it out the park with Jessica and Austin. That's the only person that they hit it out the park. The only couple that they hit it out the park with. So we see Brandon and Taylor. They're having a party. Her dog, I did not know she had a dog. I did not see that dog last time when they moved in. So I was very shocked when this dog was humping Brandon, and I'm like, whose dog is this? Taylor says she looked it up. The dog is trying to help him to assert dominance. Taylor says, well, you know, maybe if he asserted dominance, then the dog wouldn't do it. Her friends ask how have things been. He says it's been great. You know, they had a bit of a tiff. He doesn't know how much Taylor has told her friends. So, you know, he's a little bit nervous. Then they, you know, talk about what happened in Panama. He says that he's apologized. His aunt sticks up for him, you know, and says we did have a talk about that. His mother didn't say anything. His mother didn't say anything. And I'm not saying that that's a sign, but I'm just saying that that's not a sign. So it's like, okay. Taylor says, you know, he apologized, so we're trying to just move through it. And he was very happy that Taylor stuck up for him, and, you know, maybe they've turned a corner. No. Taylor says that, you know, after the party, that I want you to know if you have issues, come talk to me. And he says, okay. And she says, I know that we've been talking about this whole Panama thing for a minute. And, you know, I don't want to continue to talk about it. Brandon says it just doesn't feel like we've hit a reset. And, you know, he's just not going to say anything and let her work through it. And she says something else. And he says, I follow your lead. And she says, no, I want you to, like, you know, interact with me. He says that he doesn't want to be in this place in his relationship because it sucks. So, Katie and Derek have their housewarming party. One of her friends say, well, who's the couple that's doing the best? And she gonna lie and say, I think we're doing the best. Girl, you know GD well that Jessica and Austin is running circles around all y'all relationship. All y'all relationships. Stop. Why are you lying on national TV like this? That's also what made me mad. Because don't act like Jessica and Austin ain't out here. He plugging up her charger for her. He sweeping the floor. Come on, chill out. Chill out. Then Katie goes in the room with her friends. She didn't invite his girlfriend in there because I guess she wanted to, like, talk about the red flag of him not, you know, being able to love somebody. And she doesn't like how, you know, they're way too similar. And, you know, she wants a man of mystery. Then after the party, they talk about what they've learned about one another. I can't remember because it was crap. Okay? You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ooh. But that was the end of episode 8. Now we're going to get into episode 9. So they all received letters to open up to their partner about their previous relationships. Katie asks Derek, you know, what he needs to be in love, and he says that he doesn't know. But then he says he's waiting for the day that he is heartbroken, and, you know, he's probably been the heartbreaker, and, you know, he hasn't had anything that he feels is worth fighting for. That makes Katie emotional because she doesn't want to love him and then he won't be ready. Derek says that he wants to find love, you know, and Katie says that I understand. And Derek says that it seems like it's more than that that's bothering you when they go in the room. And she's like, no, that's the only thing that's bothering me. You know, she's able to be vulnerable about someone who she cares about, and it's concerning that he's never had that. And then, you know, of course he got a little bit mad, okay? Excuse me. He like, bro, look, people do what they do on their own time. I don't really know what to tell you, okay? I really, honestly, truly don't know what to tell you. It's been times, it's been seasons, it's been lives where, you know, I don't like people. You know, I'm not in a loving relationship, and I just think that it's bleep, 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 because he was saying a lot of bleeps. I was like, oh, yeah, he a little bit angry, you know, just a little bit. And he walked out, you know, got on the balcony and said, ain't nobody got a timeline to be in love. Like, just because she done been in love 2 times, that make her special. So then they go to the aerial acrobatic thing, and, you know, Katie, oh, before that, Katie says that she, you know, doesn't have any reassurance in her relationship. And, you know, she thought that she understood where this relationship was going to go, but now it seems like she doesn't. 18 days into the relationship. So Katie and Derek are going to go do their aerial acrobatics. Yeah, that's a word. And, you know, she brings up the concern again. He says, you know, he was in a relationship, but, you know, after the relationship, his qualifications for a partner got a little bit stricter, and he hasn't found anyone like that. And she says that she recognizes that he's putting in the effort. So if you recognize that he's putting in the effort, then let it go. Bro, like, that's what pisses me off. You recognize that this man is putting in the effort, even though, you know, he said he had a crush on you, but even if he didn't say that he had a crush on you, he's doing things that you like. You ain't got to tell this man to come move into your house. You ain't got to tell this man to come stay in the bed with you. You ain't got to tell this man to turn off the Xbox so y'all can talk. And you're sitting here talking about this whole love thing. Girl, damn. Anyway, she finally apologizes for dwelling on it, and she says that she won't bring it up again. And then they talk about moving to some place, or if they did, you know, stay together, where would they move? Then they talk about he got health insurance now, so he could put her on his health insurance. But, you know, they really, you know, he's still filling it out. Bro, you filling it out, but you trying to put her on your health insurance? Y'all is in a relationship. In America's society, you putting somebody on your health insurance, you about to pay for their premiums? You don't do that unless you love somebody. So, Derek, cut the shit, okay? We see Jessica, she says that she doesn't know if she's ever been in love. Austin says that he has. She asked him how long did he wait before he said, I love you. She says a year. I think Jessica do love him, and she don't want to say it because she don't want to be like, I love you, and he be like, yeah. So they talk about their love language. He says that his love language is physical touch, and he can tell that her love language is words of affirmation. Then he plugged up her charger, which was really nice, and she loved that because it made her know that he listens to her. So then, you know, they're laying in the bed. She like, so if you say I love you, will you say it first? And he's like, I don't know, you know, if we get to that point. And the thing is, he said that she's overthinking the whole love thing. But, bro, I think that she really, really like you. I don't know if she love you because it's only 19 days into the marriage. But I really think that she really like you, you know. And she going on that path. And she just trying to figure out where you are. As she said when they were going to the batting cage, Austin was very appreciative that this was something that she decided to do for him. He's been playing baseball. Did I say basketball? He's been playing baseball his entire life, you know, for like 20 years of his life. And this was really thoughtful of her to do. She says that, you know, it's really kind of And she keep bringing it up. She's like, I think you'll say I love you first. She keeps bringing it up because she wants to say it. She said, you know, we be doing stuff and I be wanting to say, you know, I love you. But then, nah, I ain't going to say it because he got to say it first. Only reason why she wants him to say it first, in my opinion, is because she wants to know that he actually loves her. Because she like him. And I'm happy for him. So we see Mindy. Mindy says that her love language is thoughtfulness. He says, what type of person do you need me to be to open up? He said something like that. Because then the next thing that I got was, she asks him, do you feel married? And he says that he doesn't know. And he says that his focus is on her and the relationship, but to put the word marriage on it. Okay. Okay. She doesn't understand. She says that on one hand, she doesn't want to tell him, you know, I need you to move in so this can further our relationship. But on the other hand, she does not want to sit here and cheat herself out of the full experience of going on this TV show. Her goal was to get married at first sight so she could be with somebody, and you sitting up here talking about to put the word, to put marriage on what we have is so convoluted. Baby, I love you. I vibe with you. I'm not attracted to you. I don't want to move in with you, but I'm focused on you. Then halfway, while they talking, he like, hey, talking to his dog. And then they just stop talking because I guess his dog was dying or drowning. I don't think his dog was really in that much danger for him to just say, yeah, well, like, bro, are you not having a full conversation over here? I don't understand. Anyway, Zach talks to his sister, and, you know, he says that his problem is being... The problem is him being decisive and is critical, and it's hard to have an emotional conversation with her, and it's like she doesn't get it. Get what? Get what? Maybe if you actually said words, then maybe she could get them. Because you just say things and I don't understand what you mean. His sister is like, no. He said, well, you know, can I give it my all without moving in? His sister said, no. That's not. Didn't you go on this show? Like, didn't you go on Married at First Sight and you're not acting married, and this woman is living in the house that y'all supposed to share, and her family didn't come, so you know she gonna have aspects of I told you so. And you just sitting up here with your little large monitor looking at me, talking to me like anything that you say actually means anything. It doesn't, okay? She said, stop bringing up emotional stuff if you are already, you know, not feeling emotional. And I don't understand, if you're not going to do the full experience, you know, then don't do it. And I guess that made Zach change his tune. He went over to the apartment that he shared. And you know, he lives 10 minutes away. He goes over to the apartment that he is supposed to share with Mindy. And they play games. And they do face masks. And they eat cheese and wine. And, you know, it was cute. It wasn't cute. I lied. It wasn't cute. It wasn't cute. I do want to use, I was thinking about putting on my face mask right now. It wasn't cute. Mindy talking about she felt comfortable. She feels married. Anyway, we see Michael. He is helping Mika take out her weave. We see him talking about the job. He says that he turned down the job because they were talking about different hours and different pay. And Mika doesn't understand. Mika says that she doesn't believe him. And she thinks that he's lying about some things. He says that he feels like he made the right choice and he's going to get another job someplace else. And he's starting on Monday. So then they go and get pedicures. They have a good time. Then they talk about, you know, the card, and Michael says he's been in love a couple of times, and, you know, he just wants to be able to, like, feel safe. And Mika says that she just needs honesty, and that's why she's been so standoffish, because she doesn't trust her husband, and she just doesn't have any clarity surrounding the whole job situation. And he says that he doesn't feel 100% comfortable with her, so he doesn't want to share it. I was very confused. He says he doesn't feel 100% comfortable with her, so he doesn't want to share it. She says that she doesn't feel like she's able to bring up her issues without him bringing up his own issues. And she thinks that their marriage would be successful if he was honest. She says you're allowed to be uncomfortable, but, you know, I just need to know things. He says that he doesn't trust her. And he says this in the confessional. He doesn't trust her, and he doesn't think that she's genuine, and he doesn't have much more to give. And I'm confused. And he said it's like she's trying to, like, get a gotcha moment. And I'm very confused, because it was like, I don't know, it was weird when he said, I don't feel like, I don't trust her, and I feel like she just trying to, like, get me. And it was like, where did this come from? I know that y'all had y'all, you know, disagreement and everything, but there was never a time where Michael was like, I don't trust her. It was weird, because Mika was very honest in telling Pastor Cal that, you know, she felt like he wasn't being honest with her, and she needed that honesty. And for him to sit there and say, you know, he feels like he failed at the marriage. A couple of times he said that, but then turn around and say he doesn't trust her. It's like, huh? Like, I was really confused. Okay. Anyway, so I guess they don't talk for the rest of the night. Then he takes her out on a date so they can have common ground. She says that when he doesn't communicate, it makes her feel abandoned, and it's not fair for her to always let him back in when he's ready. He says it's very difficult when you meet someone that's like you in certain aspects, and it makes it hard. She says that she can agree with that. He says that he apologizes and he will try to do things better so it won't become you know, like, issues in the future. Then he gives her a box of candy. And she says every day she sees the potential of him being the man that she wants. I remember I seen something where it was like, don't date men on potential, because men don't date women on potential. Men just see what the hell you are right at that moment and be going with it. But you be like, maybe I could make this man, you know, 6 foot tall, 196 pounds, you know, a beard, and, you know, thick eyebrows. I don't know, you know, and that's not who the man is. Okay, the man is 5'6", no beard. His eyebrows is skimpy eyebrows, and he ain't got no job. So why you trying to think of potential when this man is who he is right now? Anyway, so let's talk about what we're gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Okay, so here we go. Are y'all ready? It's a lot. Brandon says things have changed since the Panama trip. And Taylor says that she just doesn't feel like they're in the best space. Taylor says that her biggest thing is just wanting someone who's interested in her about the cards, you know. And Brandon says that he agrees with that. She's like, oh, I wish you'd say something different and not just echo me like a damn parrot. She didn't say all that, but that's what she meant. He says that he was in love about 3 years ago, and he knew it right away, because he knows, like, when he wants someone, he's always around. He wants to be around them. And Taylor is like, well, I don't feel like that's what's going on in this relationship. And he's like, well, I'm feeding off your vibe. And she's like, well, keep doing that, because obviously that's what's working. Because she was like, no, that's not what you're doing. And he was like, yeah, that is what I'm doing. And she's like, well, okay, keep doing it, because this is obviously working so well. She says that she always initiates conversation, and you know, he's in the room playing his Xbox, and he says that sometimes he tries to talk to her, but he can feel the negative energy, and she says that she just needs some initiative from him, and that he doesn't say anything original. And you know, then he just gets up and leaves, and he says, I'll see you for dinner then. So then she made this dinner, and that's the thing, I don't get it. I know, okay, I know that Taylor should not have put out that story. And, you know, she says that it was a joke, and if Brandon took it a certain way, then whatever. Of course, Brandon was going to take it a certain way. Of course, you meant it in a certain way. You can't say that you didn't, especially if it happened right after that conversation that they had at the dinner table. You know, about... she was like, you know, dig in, you can open up. Then she was posting pictures of her food, and he was like, I think she's more invested in the food than she is with me. And she was like, well, you know, you can open up to me. And he's like, why would I want to open up to you, to this energy? I've been trying. And that's the thing. I don't know everything. Obviously, no one does. There are known knowns. There are known unknowns. There are, unknown knowns, is that it? And there are unknown unknowns, okay? And this is an unknown unknown, okay? And girl, I know a little something from my sociology class, okay? I'm sorry. So the thing is, I'm very confused, okay? I'm 100% confused, because it seems as though Taylor was wrong for posting the Instagram story, and I feel like this just gives Brandon more more backing for him to say, I've put everything in this relationship and she won't make it work. But I really, from what I've seen, and people was Reddit sometimes be pissing me off. Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves, okay? I don't like Taylor. I'm siding with Brandon on this one. I just don't get it, because it seems as though, and this is honest, it seems with these eyes that I've seen, okay, that every single time they have had a disagreement, Taylor has been the one to try to bridge the gap. When he woke up and he was, you know, like this, she was like, hey, don't be mad. Don't be mad. She, when he was like, you know, being crazy with the production crew, and he, you know, storming out, you know, leaving all his stuff. She packing up his stuff. You know, she trying to tell him, yo, chill out. This is how they gonna portray you on the show. She tried, you know, trying to give him a drink, and he saying he don't want to drink. Then 2 minutes later, she see him with the same drink that she was trying to give him, and it's just like they got into an argument on the couch, and she made dinner as a peace offering, and then he said, well, why would I want to open up to somebody like this? And I don't get it, okay? Look, if the girl was trying to be on a reality TV show, then okay, fine. You never really brought that up in the beginning, and I don't really feel like I'm on Taylor's side. I know damn well I ain't on Brandon's side. But it's just like, we're not seeing her, like, bridge the gap. And Brandon is sitting up here talking about, oh, she did this maliciously. And, you know, she very well may have done that maliciously, because she shouldn't have done it. No. And when Dr. Viviana, you know, called, and she was like, you know, if I hurt him, that's unfortunate. I just really think that, like, when she said, you know, they trying to make me feel sympathetic, and then Michael and Mika was talking about it. And I can understand why Brandon is mad about that one thing. Yes. But also, Brandon, you put the keys on the table. I'm leaving. You don't answer her text messages. She hasn't reached out and told me that she's sorry. Like, I'm not getting it, okay? And if I'm missing something that you see, please tell me in the comments. Because I'm not understanding. It seems as though Taylor has tried to bridge the gap. Taylor has tried to put on a happy face when they were in Panama, and she was like, yeah, you know, Brandon and I are pretty similar, you know, blah blah blah. And he was like, yeah, we both like honesty, and you know, you woke me up with a fucking camera in my face. Like, bro, like, that's not an attitude. And she's still been pushing past that nasty ass attitude that you have, and have been trying to be cool with you. And yeah, she does something that's not smart, that she shouldn't have done, and she says it was a joke, but I mean, wasn't nobody laughing. Wasn't nobody laughing. But like, I don't know. Taylor shouldn't have done what she did. But it just gives, in my opinion, Brandon more fuel to say, I've been perfect and she's a big meanie. Like, bro. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I can see both sides of the fault. I can see it. But I just really, honestly, I've seen Taylor be the bigger person this whole time. And I don't get it. Has Taylor not been the bigger person? And then the one time this woman say, you know what? I'm about to shrink down and be a little ass person. Now she's horrible. Like, come on. Like, I've washed my hands of this relationship. She said she wanted to be on many reality shows. She doesn't love me. Bro. Am I crazy? Have we not been watching the same show? I'm 100% on Brandon's side. This episode? Okay. This episode. So what about the other episodes? Fuck you, Taylor. What in the hell did Taylor do to him for him to sit up here and say, fuck you, Taylor? What? Let me know. What did Taylor do to him? I mean, shit, we bringing up Panama, but like, honestly, look, I'm done. It's been 45 minutes, which means it's close to 50 minutes. So I'm gonna stop talking, okay? My Love After Lockup review will be up on Saturday, and my Before the 90 Days will be up on Monday. Y'all, please pray for me that my financial aid situation gets taken care of, because if it doesn't, then I know why something else happened, because it was supposed to happen, if that makes sense. So anyway, my name, if y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Everything else you need to know about me will be down below. My name is Brielle. I make beats, I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Seriously, like, I'm dead ass. I really, honestly, I don't know, okay? I don't know. Maybe nobody's watching it this far. But seriously, do you think that Brandon, like, this 100% switches the tides, and now Taylor's a horrible meanie? Phony, big fat phony. Like, people don't make mistakes. And it seems as though Brandon has made way more mistakes in this short amount of time than Taylor has. But we gonna take this with so much. And I know she said she was single. And And Mika was talking about embarrassing, embarrassing me. I don't like to be embarrassed in public and everything. Oh, you think Taylor wasn't embarrassed those 2 times when you sat up here and said, I don't like cameras being put in my face in front of all the couples, and then you sat up here dogging everybody, talking about fuck you. Bye.